Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our podcast series on Srimad Valmiki Ramayan, where we will together read through each verse of this epic composition. Today, we will start with reading Pratham Sarg, or the first canto of this sacred text. This first canto is also known as Mool Ramayan and has 100 shlokas. It mentions all the important events that took place in Rama's life. So let's begin this auspicious and timeless story by invoking the presence of Lord Ganesha and Lord Hanuman. Om Gan Ganpate Namaha. Om Han Hanumate Namaha. Srimad Valmiki Ramayan, Balyakand, Canto 1. Srimad Valmiki Ramayan starts with a profound conversation that unfolds between Rishi Valmiki and celestial sage Narad Muniji. Narad Muni is considered to be a divine sage in our scriptures who keeps traveling and is a great musician and storyteller. On the other hand, Rishi Valmiki was a legendary poet, a devoted seeker of wisdom, and he is known to be the author of the epic Ramayana. Narad Muni is considered to be proficient in all the Vedas. He is the most wise, eloquent, and eminent among sages and practices austerity. In the first verse of Valmiki Ramayan, ascetic Valmiki ji asked Narad Muni this question: who in our world embodies both virtue and strength? Who is conscious, sincere, grateful, truthful, and determined in his actions? Valmiki ji further inquires, tell me about someone with a noble and kind nature, someone who cares for the well-being of all living beings and possesses impressive skills that are pleasing to the eye. This person is omniscient and follows the teaching of the Vedas in his conduct. He who treats everyone with fairness, be it the esteemed or the humble. His appearance is not ordinary but uniquely pleasing. Tell me about the one who remains composed, has mastered his anger, radiates brilliance, and harbors no envy. Even the gods tread carefully when provoked by him. Valmiki ji's curiosity is strong, and he turns to Narad Muni for answers. He says, O great sage Narad Muni, your knowledge is vast. Please share with me the qualities of this remarkable person I have envisioned in my mind. Till now, in the verse 1 to 5, we heard Valmiki ji inquiring Narad Muni about a noble, skilled, and virtuous individual. In this opening dialogue, Valmiki ji is setting stage for a journey of wisdom and discovery. In the verse 6, Valmiki ji's words find their way. Narad Muni, who is the knower of all the three worlds, he replied, let this be heard. He then invited Valmiki ji closer and in great delight spoke these words. O sage Valmiki, it is indeed rare to have men with all those countless virtues and unattainable merits that you described in your hymns of praise. I know the one. Listen carefully. There is one born in the lineage of Ikshvaku dynasty and is known by the name of Rama. He has mastered his senses and has a steady nature. He is very powerful, radiant, and resolute. He is wise, sagacious, eloquent, glorious, and destroyer of enemies. He has broad shoulders, strong arms, conch-shaped neck, and high cheekbones. He has a broad chest and concealed collarbones. He is armed with a mighty bow and is capable of destroying his foes. He has knee-length arms, a noble head, and a graceful forehead. He is valiant and has a charming gait. He possesses a well-proportioned physique. He is neither too tall nor too short. He has symmetrically poised limbs, a robust chest, and captivating wide eyes. He is full of splendor, has charming complexion, radiates prosperity with all the auspicious features. He upholds righteousness, is guided by the truth, and his foremost concern is the welfare of his people. Proficient in wisdom, he leads a virtuous life, demonstrating self-control and attentiveness. He is like the Lord of creatures. He is the sustainer of the universe, accompanied by Shri. He is the slayer of enemies, protector of the world, and guardian of faith and morality. He preserves his own virtues and protects his people. He is a scholar in Vedic knowledge and an expert in Dhanurved, which is the art of archery. He comprehends the meaning and essence of all scriptures, possesses remarkable memory. He is a beloved of all worlds. He is pious, gentle, level-headed, and enough clear-headed to discern and distinguish the truth. Like an ocean is reached by countless rivers, he too is always accessible and approachable to those with pure hearts. He treats everyone equally and always has a pleasing appearance. He embodies all the virtues and enhances the happiness of his mother Kaushalya. The depth of his character is as immeasurable as an unfathomable ocean, and his strength is as unwavering as the mighty Himalayan mountains. In prowess, he is like Lord Vishnu, and his captivating charm is like the moon. When angry, he is intense like the all-consuming fire that can destroy the creation. And in patience, he resembles Mother Earth. In kindness and benevolence, he resembles the God of riches. And in fairness and righteousness, he embodies Dharma itself, the personification of truth. He possesses all these virtues, along with true valor and strength. He is Ram. In verse 6 to 19, we heard Narad Muniji describing an extraordinary individual, Rama. He portrays Sri Ram as an exceptional figure, virtuous, accessible, kind, and a great warrior. Verse 20 onwards, Narad Muni takes us to Ayodhya and continues the story. Rama is the eldest and beloved son of King Dashrath, possessing the finest qualities. King Dashrath is deeply concerned about the welfare of his people. He affectionately desired to appoint Rama as the regent. Queen Kaikeyi, dear wife of King Dashrath, was observing the preparations for Rama's coronation. She had earlier received some promises from Dashrath. She used her long pending boons to request the exile for Rama and throne for Bharat. True to his word and bound by duty, Dashrath exiled his beloved son Rama. In order to fulfill Kaikeyi's wishes and to honor his father's word, heroic Rama willingly went to the forest. Lakshman. He is Rama's loving younger brother. He is modest and dedicated to his mother Sumitra's happiness. As Rama embarked on his exile, Lakshman followed him out of brotherly affection. Sita, who was born into the lineage of King Janak, was the daughter-in-law of King Dashrath and was Rama's beloved wife, equaling his life. She possessed exceptional qualities and was the epitome of virtue among women. She always desired the well-being of Rama. She followed Rama as Rohini Nakshatra follows the moon. Even the citizens and Dashrath followed Rama for a considerable distance. Rama reached the banks of river Ganga in a town called Shringaberpur. There he met Guha, a tribal chief who held affection for Rama. There, along with Guha, Lakshman and Sita, the righteous Rama left off the charioteer and sent him back. They traversed through various forests and crossed numerous rivers with flowing waters. Following the guidance of sage Bharadwaj, the trio, Ram, Lakshman and Sita, reached Chitrakoot. They constructed a beautiful cottage there and enjoyed a blissful life in the woods, like Dev and Gandharva, the divine beings and celestial musicians. While Rama resided in Chitrakoot, King Dashrath, overwhelmed by the grief for his son and mourning over his separation, departed for the heavens. After his death, the council of sage Vashisht and other Brahmins advised Bharat to assume kingship. But mighty Bharat did not desire the kingdom. He went to forest to propitiate venerable Rama, to worship his feet and please him. On approaching highly respectable and courageous Rama with unfailing prowess, Bharat, with noble intentions, implored his elder brother to accept the throne. Bharat earnestly requested Rama and said, "You are the knower of righteousness. You alone should be the king." Though Rama was benevolent, gracious, and renowned for his might, he declined to accept the kingdom in compliance with his father's command. Rama persuaded Bharat again and again to return to the capital. He handed over his wooden sandals to Bharat, allowing them to symbolically present his authority for the kingdom. Bharat was disappointed in his unfulfilled desire to get Rama back. Still, in anticipation of his homecoming, Bharat worshipped the sandals symbolizing Rama's presence and ruled the kingdom from Nandigram. In the last few verses, we saw a dramatic twist in the story whereby the noble Rama was sent into exile by his own father, King Dashrath. After King's death, the younger brother Bharat pleaded Rama to be the ruler, and on his refusal, Bharat ruled the kingdom from a distant place, keeping Rama's wooden sandals as a token of his presence, love, and authority. In the next few verses, Narad Muni takes us to Dandak forest. He says, "Even though Bharat had left, the virtuous, steadfast, and self-controlled Ram anticipated the revisits of citizens and others. Hence, the resolute Ram entered the vast Dandak forest seeking solitude. Having entered the dense forest, the lotus-eyed Rama encountered and killed the demon Virad. He also met sage Sharbhanga, sage Sutikshana, sage Agatsya, and brother of sage Agatsya. As directed by sage Agatsya, Rama, with great delight, received Lord Indra's bow along with the sword and a pair of quivers containing an inexhaustible stock of arrows. During his stay in the forest, all the ascetics and other forest dwellers approached Rama and sought his help in eliminating the ogres and demons haunting that area. Rama agreed to the request of those dwelling in the forest of demons. In the presence of sages who were as glorious as fire and others living in Dandak forest, Rama vowed to eliminate the ogres and protect the forest. During his stay in the forest, an ogress named Shurpanakha, who dwelt in Jansthan and was capable of assuming any form at will, was disfigured by Lakshman. Thereafter, Shurpanakha instigated monsters with her words. In a fierce battle, Rama killed all the ogres in the forest, including Khar, Trishar, Dushan, and their followers. During his stay in the forest, Rama defeated and slayed 14,000 ogre inhabitants of Jansthan. Then, on hearing the slaughter of his kinsmen, Ravan became violent with anger and sought the help of a Rakshas named Marich. Marich, with great restraint, cautioned and dissuaded Ravan repeatedly, saying, "O Ravan, it is not advisable for you to make enemies with powerful and mighty Rama." However, disregarding Marich's words and driven by his own destiny, Ravan proceeded towards Rama's hermitage along with Marich. After cunning sorcerer Marich take both princes away from the hermitage, Ravan abducted Rama's wife Sita and in the process slaughtered the noble vulture Jatayu. In verse 39 to 52, we witnessed Lord Rama's exile to the forest, his fierce battles with ogres and demons, and later the abduction of Mata Sita by Ravan. In the next verse, Naradji addressed Lord Rama as Raghav and Mata Sita as Maithili. He says, "Upon seeing the wounded vulture Jatayu and hearing about Maithili, Raghav was distressed with grief and anguish, and he loudly cried. Amidst that sorrow, he performed the cremation rites of vulture Jatayu. As Rama searched the forest for Sita, he encountered the deformed and fearsome demon named Kabandha, whom he defeated and beheld. After killing him, mighty armed Rama cremated him as well. While ascending to heavens, the redeemed Kabandha said to Sri Ram, "O Raghav, visit Shabari. She is pious hermitess who proficiently practices austerity, righteousness, and her religious duties." Following Kabandha's counsel, the splendorous Rama, son of Dashrath and a vanquisher of foes, he approached Shabari and received her utmost respect. She duly worshipped him. On the shores of Pampa Lake, Rama encountered the powerful Vanar, Hanuman. On the advice of Hanuman, he further made friendship with Sugriv. Mighty Rama narrated the entire story to Sugriv and Hanuman in detail from the beginning, everything as it happened, particularly Sita's abduction. Vanar Sugriv listened attentively to Rama's account. He was deeply moved and forged a sacred friendship with Rama in presence of Agni as a witness. Agni, the god of fire. Thereafter, Sugriv, king of Vanars, in a gesture of affection and friendship, sorrowfully narrated the entire story of his conflict with Vali to Rama. Then Rama vowed to kill Vali. Vanar Sugriv described about Vali's formidable strength to Rama. Despite the alliance, Sugriv had doubts about Rama's prowess. To bolster his confidence in Rama, Sugriv showed dead body of a demon Dundubi as evidence. The huge body looked like a big mountain. The strong-armed mighty Rama looked at the skeleton and smiled. He effortlessly kicked off the skeleton with his big toe and flung it completely to a full distance of 10 yojanas, which is around 80 miles. To further instill unwavering confidence, he then pierced through 7 massive palmyra trees, a mountain, and Rasatal with a single arrow. Pleased with Rama's actions and newfound faith in his abilities, the mighty monkey Sugriv, along with Rama, joyfully proceeded to Kishkinda, which looked like a cave in the midst of mountains. Then Sugriv, who was the best of monkeys, with gold-like yellowish hue, he made a roaring sound. With that loud sound, the king of monkeys, Vali, emerged out. Then, with Tara's consent, Vali entered into a combat with Sugriv. There, Rama killed this Vali with a single arrow only. After he killed Vali in compliance with Sugriva's plea, Rama then installed Sugriv only as the king. Sugriv, who was the new chief of all the Vanaras, summoned them and dispatched them in various directions to search for Janak's daughter Sita. Upon the counsel of Vulture Sampati, the mighty Hanuman leaped across the vast salty ocean extending over 100 yojans. He reached the city of Lanka, ruled by Ravan. In the Ashok Vatika, he saw Sita meditating solely on Rama. He delivered Rama's ring to Sita as a token of recognition. He also conveyed Rama's disposition and reassured Vaidehi, and then destroyed the welcome ark of the Ashoka gardens. He killed 5 commanders, 7 sons of councillors, and crushed valiant Akshay Kumar. Later, he got himself captured. The heroic and great Vanar knew that he could be released from the entanglements of weapon due to a boon granted by Brahma. Yet, he deliberately endured the demon's attempt to restrain him with ropes. Thereafter, he set the city of Lanka on fire, except the abode of Sita, the princess of Mithila, and later returned back to deliver the joyous news to Rama. Approaching the magnanimous Rama, the incredibly intelligent Hanuman circumambulated him and conveyed the essence of his message that he had seen Sita. In verse 53 to 78, Rama defeats several demons and forms an alliance with Sugriv, who helps him in his search for Sita. Hanuman becomes instrumental in Rama's journey as he continues his pursuit to rescue his beloved wife. After Hanuman tells him about whereabouts of Ma Sita, Rama, accompanied by Sugriv and the other monkeys, reached the shores of vast ocean. With arrows as radiant as sun, Rama stirred the ocean god Samudra from his depth. At this, the ocean god, the lord of rivers, revealed himself and, on advice of Samudra, Nal constructed a bridge. Crossing the bridge to Lanka, Rama engaged in a fierce battle with Ravan, ultimately killing him and liberating Sita. Despite his victory, Rama felt immense remorse. Thereafter, Rama spoke harshly to Sita in the public assembly. Sita, who was devoted to her husband, was unable to bear these harsh words and entered a burning fire. Then, with the testimony of fire god, Agni, Rama was overjoyed to know Sita was sinless. All the gods worshipped Rama. All the three worlds, including animate and inanimate beings, gods and sages, were extremely delighted with that remarkable feat of high-souled Raghav. After coronating Vibhishan as the chief of demons in Lanka, Rama was free from distress and exceedingly rejoiced, having accomplished his purpose. With a boon from the gods, Rama revived the monkeys who had fallen in the battle. He then embarked on his journey to Ayodhya on the Pushpak Viman, surrounded by his well-wishing companions. Rama, who was truthful and had unfailing prowess, visited the hermitage of Seth Bhardwaj and dispatched Hanuman as his messenger to Bharat. Rama recounted past incidents and once again boarded Pushpak Viman. He then departed to Nandigram, accompanied by Sugriv and others. The sinless Rama reunited with his brothers in Nandigram. He discarded his matted hair and reclaimed his kingdom along with Sita. In verse 79 to 89, we heard a tale of Brij Ram Setu and Lord Rama's victory over Ravan. After this remarkable conquest, they returned to Ayodhya. Now, entire world would be filled with joy, contentment, righteousness, prosperity, and health. There would be no fear of sufferings or agonies, diseases, or famine. Nowhere will the men witness death of their sons, and women will never be widowed. They will always be devoted to their husbands. There will be no fear from fire, nor will the living beings drown in water or floods. There would be no danger from winds, nor any fear from fever. There would be no fear of starvation, nor that of theft. Cities and states will be full of riches and grains likewise. Everyone would be extremely happy as in Satyug. Having propitiated the Lord with hundreds of horse rituals and after donating abundant gold, billion cows, and countless wealth to Brahmins and scholars as per the custom, Raghav will establish 100-fold royal dynasties in the world. He would direct people belonging to all four castes to follow their respective duties. After serving the kingdom for 11,000 years, Rama will ascend to Brahmalok. This sacred text of Rama's legend destroys all sins and is treated on par with Vedas. Whoever reads it is released from all the sins. People who read this epic Ramayana will be blessed with long life along with sons, grandsons, and companions, and after demise will be revered in Swargalok, the heaven. By reading this, if the person is a Brahmin, he attains excellency in speech. If Kshatriya, he obtains a landlordship. If Vaishya, he obtains profit in trade. And even if Shudra, he attains superiority. The last few verses describe Ram Rajya as a prosperous and peaceful era where happiness, security, and abundance is assured to all. This also highlights the countless benefits and blessings for those who read the Ramayana. And thus ends the first canto in Bal Kand of Holy Ramayana, the first and oldest epic by Rishi Valmiki. Thank you so much for listening. May Lord Rama grace always be upon you. We will return every Tuesday with more from Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. Stay tuned, like, share and subscribe to be part of this blessed journey. Jai Siya Ram, Har Har Mahadev.